All right, I'm gonna try a different angle, shooting from a different angle, because when I was over there, the camera kind of jumped around with exposure. Hopefully it's not doing that today, but in any case, another day down. So I was able to get in the gym today, just like yesterday. Maybe it wasn't the best workout. I shouldn't say that, I just didn't hit the numbers that I'm technically supposed to hit, so dropping everything down again. But you know, I've expected that this week. I've expected that this week would be fraught with checking myself and readjusting the program. So I'm okay with that. I missed one of my lifts on squat. I tried to go for the lift that I was supposed to do on the full squat, and I missed it. You know, it is what it is. For bench press, I wasn't able to get 5 reps on what I was supposed to get 5 reps. I only got 1 rep on what I was supposed to get 3 reps on. So, you know, it is what it is. Next week, I'm going to retest, and I'll probably be a little bit stronger next week based on those numbers. Then I'll readjust and set my program from there. But before we get in, it's a super short workout today. It was just normally on this workout, which is just squat and bench. It's almost like a rest day, but really what it is it's just an excuse, or it's just a way of getting an extra squat and an extra bench session in the week, so I can feel like I'm still progressing. But before we get into that, what I thought I'd talk about today is one of the most common questions that I get around being vegan, or when you're trying to be vegan or trying it on for the first time is, oh man, I'm sweating profusely right now, when especially for guys, or guys or girls, but when they're trying to gain weight, when they're trying to gain muscle or build muscle on a vegan diet. And they say, I can't build muscle, or I feel weak, or I'm losing weight, or I get tired. And the reason, at least the reason that I've kind of figured out, for most people when that happens for them, the reason is because, well, when you're on a vegan diet, fiber only comes from one place. It comes from plants. So your beans, nuts, legumes, seeds, vegetables, or fruits. So if you're going vegan, if you're going to go plant-based, you're of course going to get more fiber, and if you're going to hit the same amount of calories, you're going to probably at least double, if not triple, and in some cases quadruple the amount of fiber intake that you get. So most people struggle to get between 35 to 37 grams of fiber, which is typically what you'd want to get if you're an adult, it's somewhere in and around there. And when you're on a vegan diet, there's like no problem. You're going to get that, no problem. You don't have to think about it. But what happens is fiber adds bulk to your stomach, right? When you're eating, the more fiber you have, the more full you're going to feel. So the more satiated you're going to feel, which is a great thing if you're trying to lose weight, because you can eat less calories. Plant-based food, with the exception of nuts and seeds, plant-based food is very calorie light and nutrient dense. So you get way more nutrients with the least amount of calories possible, really. And it's very dense. So when you're eating, like you eat a head of broccoli, that's not very many calories at all, but you're probably not going to want to eat anything after that. So if you're trying to gain muscle or trying to gain weight, this can become a problem because you start feeling full before you've actually eaten enough calories to achieve your goal of either gaining muscle or putting on weight. So you can't really get around that. That's just the nature of the beast. If you're going to be plant-based, or if you're going to be adopt a vegan diet, you're just going to have more fiber in your diet. Your body definitely gets used to it after a while. Just to give you an example, my average day, I get about 120 grams of fiber in my diet in a day. So if you're not plant-based, if you're not used to getting the recommended, which is in and around 35 grams of fiber, and you were to just jump up to 120 grams of fiber in a day, you might explode. I don't know if you'd explode, but I would put money on the possibility of that happening. So instead, what you can do is you can ramp it up. And after this video, I'll give you my recommended way of slowly increasing fiber in your diet while still maintaining a 100% plant-based diet. So let's jump into the video, the training video that is, just squats and bench, Super quick, super simple, and then I'll tell you my recommended way of keeping fiber low and gradually increasing it as you keep your diet 100% plant-based.
Okay, so starting out with 275 on the bar here, and really I thought I was just gonna do like a lighter squat workout today, so 275 for 5, 295 for 3, and 315 for 1. That was my initial thoughts. What I was meant to do was 308 for 5, 330 for 3, and 352 for 1. But 275, it felt really heavy, but it didn't feel as heavy as I thought I was gonna feel. So then I thought, okay, well then I'll do 315 for 3, which isn't as much as the 330 that I was supposed to do for 3, but see how that feels, and then maybe if it feels not too bad, then I'll try the 352 for 1. So 275 here, you can see I'm definitely struggling on that last rep a little bit more than I should have been, but didn't feel too bad, so decided to put 315 on and see how that felt, and pick myself up on some, I think it's the Lamb of God that I'm listening to. It's the best pre-workout is some good old-fashioned metal. Okay, so 315 anytime now, Taylor. Anytime. Oh, I might have done better to edit this part out, but hindsight's 2020. Okay, here we go, 315. How does this go up? Let's find out. Anytime now, Taylor. Anytime. Oh, the anticipation. So definitely leaning forward, rocking forward a little bit there. Not feeling super strong with 315, but it is what it is. It's still going up. So in my mind, I'm like, okay, well, maybe I'll be able to do 352. Maybe I can try. This last rep here, definitely, like I got in the hole there and definitely used the bounce more than I should have. But I felt, you know what? I got 315 for 3. Let's try 352 for 1. So here I am, 352. This is what was in my program to hit for the 1RM. Had I been following my program the last 3 weeks, I feel like I could have got this. But here I am. We're about to witness what it's like to have the best laid plans and have to readjust. Here I go. No, didn't get it. So yeah, that happened, and went on to bench. Again, for bench, I was supposed to do, there's no way I would have got bench today. Bench was supposed to be 278 for 5, 298 for 3, 318 for 1. I did 275 for, let's call it 2.5. He said he didn't put his hands on the bar, but the fact that his hands are on the bar, I'm just gonna call it 2.5. And then 295, I got 1, barely got 1. So there's no way that I would have got my intended 278 for 5, 298 for 3, and 318 for 1. There's no possibility. So I did what I could, you know, and I'll see where I'm at next week. Then I put 225 on. I did 12. Usually I get about 15 out of these, but I got 12 this time, which is okay. Well, actually, no, I think I got 11.5 because I think I failed on the last one. Let's see here. 11.5. Yeah, 11.5. And then I hastily take off one of the plates and then do my best to do an AMRAP with a 3 second down, 1 second pause, 1 second up. So, you know, I maybe I'm counting a little fast, but three on the way down. So 3, 2, 1, pause, up. 3, 2, 1, pause, up. Usually I do about 12. I get about 12 of these before I'm just gassed. And usually I like to keep my lower back flat against the bench for these. When I'm doing these like feet up, I like to keep my lower back flat. There's a little bit of an arch there, just because, I don't know, there was today. I didn't put my mind to it. Maybe I let my mind slip on it, but normally I would push my lower back flat into the bench. And that was it for the workout. That was the last thing I did. So now let's learn how you can start eating more of a plant-based diet if you're just starting out, but not overwhelm your system with 1,000 grams of fiber in a day.
Okay, so the way that you keep your fiber low, or at least incrementally increase it as time goes on, while still keeping your diet 100% plant-based is by using protein powder. I'm not a huge fan of, I'm not against it, but I typically don't have protein powder in my own diet. But if you're new to the plant-based diet, or if you want to live a plant-based lifestyle and you're consuming meat right now and your fiber intake is maybe in the 20s or 30s of grams, then a protein powder can actually be really beneficial because you can up your calories through a protein powder while keeping the fiber quite low. So you can drink a couple protein shakes in a day, you can get an extra couple hundred calories, but your fiber isn't going to creep up and inundate you with feeling bloated, gassy, and tired. And then as time goes on, you can reduce the amount of shakes that you're having a day, and you can replace those with, of course, whole food sources, beans, nuts, seeds, fruits, and vegetables. So I hope that was beneficial. Thanks for checking out the video again today. Really appreciate it, as always. Have a great rest of your day and have a great weekend because, I guess when I put this video out, it'll be Saturday. Have a good rest of your Saturday. Have a great Sunday, and I'll see you tomorrow.